Welcome back to Mark Haney, igniting the entrepreneurial revolution with the HaneyBiz Project.
I'm Mark Haney, and I am joined by Jon Gregory, Vice President of 5-Star Bank. John, when you first came in, you said, Mark, are you hanging or banging? And you could tell I am banging today. How you doing? You hanging or banging today?
I'm banging.
I love it. All right, for a banker to say I am banging, I am, because bankers are kind of known as being the really conservative guys. Are we going to be able to break the mold today?
We're breaking the mold today, Mark.
I love it. Now, you are new to 5-Star Bank in many ways. You've been there a little bit, but you've started a new division at 5-Star Bank focused on venture banking. Talk to us about what that is.
Yeah, well, I really love the entrepreneurial revolution because I truly believe we're the difference makers, that sector in any economy, right here in the capital region in particular. So in venture banking, we're trying to create a new means to help entrepreneurs start and grow their companies, right? The typical model to raise capital for an entrepreneur is not a simple one to go through, and typically commercial banks are not a good channel for that.
Yeah.
So what we're trying to do is blend an opportunity to work alongside the investment community, right, and the high growth potential and ways that they provide capital, and come alongside them to provide debt capital through the bank. And that really does three things. One, it allows that company to extend its runway, right? So rather than just $1 million, if we can come alongside with another 25%, they've now got $1.25 million to work with.
Now you said three ways. I want to break this down a little bit for the C students among us. So I'm building a company, and maybe I bootstrapped it to get it to a certain point. Now I want to raise some venture capital to help ignite my growth or to advance the ball. Maybe I'm getting private equity or some sort of venture funding. Now, in order to do that, I got to go out and pitch and get this venture capital. But alongside that, I could go to a 5-Star bank, and you would invest in a way alongside the venture capital company. So that gets them actually more money to grow their business.
In fact, we're starting with a partnership with Modinetta Ventures here locally, and yes. So first, that extends the runway by providing more capital. But equally important, by having a portion of the capital being debt versus equity, it minimizes the dilution and the loss of ownership of the company rather than if all of the capital provided was through the investment. You don't have to
sell off as much of your company when you borrow some money.
And third, one of the real struggles with entrepreneurs raising capital is it can take forever, right, to get that last chunk of capital to get going with executing on your business. So what this also can do with the additional injection that we can provide is just have the entrepreneur stop having to continue spending so much time raising capital and get back to the business of growing their business.
Because for every moment spent raising money in venture capital land that's time that you could be spending raising money from your customer, which is what I like to try to do. So you got to be focused on the operations and the execution of the business if you want to get it to grow.
And this is so important because I remember early on when I founded Golden Capital Network, a serial entrepreneur telling me in the process of raising capital that it was literally his second full-time job.
Wow.
Right? And if we can find a way through 5-Star Bank and this venture banking partnership to minimize and short-circuit that process, we think that can have an important value add for the companies.
Without a doubt. Now, who is the ideal client, John?
The ideal client is not an idea, and not a pre-revenue company, but ideally the passionate entrepreneur, or better yet, a team of entrepreneurs who have an innovative product, have some revenues, ideally have actually raised some amount of capital to date, whereas we can come in alongside those investors and quickly get that capital deployed again so they can move into execution. So high growth potential company, right? Because if we're gonna participate in a deal like that, we need to see that there's an opportunity for that company to scale.
And give us a sense of your background. You mentioned Golden Capital, but you come from the investment world and even the technology world and entrepreneurship. Now you've brought that to 5-Star Bank. Give us a sense as to why you're the right fit there at 5-Star.
So my path in the entrepreneurship entrepreneurial journey is I originally started in economic development in Northern California, was very frustrated with the toolbox that we had to support entrepreneurs. We didn't have any. Right. So at that time, I realized I was an entrepreneur on my own and founded Golden Capital Network with a $15,000 sponsorship from a law firm and $1,000 from Intel Capital. Hired a team of 3 others, and we were like the Shark Tank before Shark Tank happened, going back to 1999. So between 99 and 2011, we had over 2,000 startup companies get on one of our stages throughout California and Nevada, including companies like Pandora Media and StubHub. More locally, Power School and Max Preps would be a couple examples.
Right.
Through that, I built a significant network of whether service providers, CEOs, angel investors, venture capitalists throughout the capital region, but also into the Bay Area and elsewhere. So where that comes into play with Five Star Bank being a business bank in the region and wanting to be a true partner to business is it's not just the financial products and services, which all banks have to have that, and I think we're really good at that. But we also have the ability to provide some key connections and resources to local companies so they're better positioned to grow.
I love that. I mean, Five Star Bank is the entrepreneur's bank. It's your tagline, but it's true. It's entrepreneurs helping entrepreneurs. The Five Star ownership, the Five Star board, these are successful business guys right here in Sacramento. Obviously, you have these successful business connections. You've done successful businesses right here in Sacramento. I mean, how important is the leadership team there at Five Star in really helping drive economic growth right here in our region?
It's absolutely amazing. It's a pleasure and an honor to be part of Five Star Bank under the leadership of our CEO, James Beckwith. But I think we're unique in that while we're a community bank, we're a community bank with bandwidth. So we not only have significant and deep banking expertise, but we also have a team of folks with expertise in local government banking and commercial real estate, in agriculture, and now in venture, and a wider, even faith-based banking. Yeah. So we can bring more to bear to help individual companies than just the traditional things that you might see from a commercial bank.
Well, I like what you said about bandwidth, because you compare a five star to maybe one of the larger banks that one of the household names in the world. I mean, there is an advantage to doing business with somebody that you can pick up the phone and call, right? There is an advantage to doing business with a community bank, isn't there?
Right, and we're deeply involved in the community, supporting and participating probably on dozens of boards throughout our leadership team. So if somebody has a need or an issue, an opportunity or an ask, we're more than happy to pick up the phone, stop in and meet with somebody and make a key connection to help a company land a customer, land a new team member, find a strategic advisor, and get some marketing and digital media expertise.
Exactly. I mean,
a wide
you guys,
variety of things.
Without question, Five Star is my bank. I bank at Five Star, have several accounts there. And
all right, banging.
But the people at Five Star, they work on my golf tournament with me. They work with me to help think about what we can do together in our community. And you know what? I would like to think that maybe I'm in a position to maybe help Five Star a little bit too, because as people come to, we have an accounting firm here at HaneyBiz Accounting, and we call it growth accounting, but sometimes there's that path to bankability. You come in, maybe you're not quite bankable yet. We need to get your balance sheet in order. We need to get you focused on some of the right things. Sometimes the right financial advice, the right accounting advice can help get you there, get you to that road to bankability, get you that funding that you need. And I think Five Star is an ideal partner for guys like us here at HaneyBiz.
Well, exactly. And you hit it on the head. I think with the entrepreneurs that I've observed over the past 20 years have a really unique insight and a vision around a market or product opportunity that they have. And they may have a very specific skill set even within that vision, but there are so many components of starting and growing and sustaining a venture that the best entrepreneurs I've seen are the ones who seek out resources and help that can help them get to the next level.
So surround yourself with the right business partners. Five Star Bank, certainly one of those partners that I can personally recommend. I want to thank you for coming on the show, John. We're gonna talk a little marketing when we come back. We're gonna bring on Mito Eldon. He's the man behind the HaneyBiz Marketing Company, and we will be back with the HaneyBiz Project in just a minute.